Okay, so today we're going to discuss a different topic, and that is light, most specifically blue light. So, people have probably heard about the dangers of blue light for eye strain and headaches and different adverse effects. And you may have heard that it's good to pick up blue light blocking glasses. So, today I wanted to talk about the research that I've done and what I've found as far as how to use blue light blocking glasses and if they're really worth it to get. So what I did was I did a lot of research on different companies and try to get some advice from people who have used them in the past. And I decided to try two different companies, but instead of getting two pairs of nighttime glasses and two pairs of daytime glasses, I decided to get a pair of daytime glasses from one company and a pair of nighttime glasses from a different company, just to compare like how they feel in terms of comfort and durability and kind of how I think I feel throughout the day or while I'm getting ready to go to bed. So this is the daytime one. So these are the daytime glasses from TrueDark. So I got those for the daytime, and then the nighttime I got these from Raw Optics. That's spelled RA Optics. So these are the ones I got for the nighttime, just to kind of try and compare the quality of them and have a pair to wear whether I'm working during the day or if I'm reading or using my phone or computer at night, just so I have kind of like 24/7 support for my eyes. So, what's the deal with blue light anyway, and why do you want to block it? Um, so basically, people may have heard that they have something called like a circadian rhythm. So, basically, that's when you wake up, you go through your day, and then at night you're supposed to fall asleep. So, your energy should sort of match. You should wake up with a good amount of energy and you should be able to do a lot throughout the day and then wind down and fall asleep. So when we did not have, big office buildings and tons of electricity, people would kind of wake up as the sun was coming up, whether it be 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, depending on the time of year. And then same thing, people would start to wind down and fall asleep at 8, 9, 10 o'clock, depending on the time of year when the sun was starting to go down. And people that were hunter gatherers were able to use the light of day and the position of the sun to figure out when they were going to do different things and figure out when to hunt, and when to go and gather different items or food or migrate or whatever they were going to do, because they could figure out the temperatures and the position of the sun and everything else, to figure out how to go about the day. And then, when the sun was going down, they would go to sleep. So in this day and age, we have tons of LED lighting and fluorescent lighting, and people are working around the clock. And that has really messed with that wiring of a true circadian rhythm. So people's, energy levels are really messed up. So people are getting energy boosts or they feel their best at different times of the day and they have a hard time falling asleep at night or waking up in the morning, and that rhythm is completely off. And a big part of that is due to lighting that we're looking at, whether it be LED lighting on your TV or your tablet or your computer or your phone. And your eyes are constantly taking in all of this light, which is really affecting your ability to fall asleep and get quality sleep at night and wake up the next day with energy. So from a hormone standpoint, what happens is this: you have two kind of like hormones that work with each other, inversely. So cortisol and melatonin. So people are probably familiar with both. So cortisol is the hormone that kind of wakes your cortisol is high in the morning and it kind of wakes you up in the morning. And then on the other side, melatonin starts to is at least supposed to build up at night, and that's your hormone that puts you to sleep. So cortisol, hormone that wakes you up; melatonin, hormone that puts you to sleep. So one thing that signals cortisol to wake you up is light. So if you were asleep and the sun started to come up, the light, you would take in the light, it would signal cortisol response and you would wake up. Same thing when the sun started to go down and you weren't receiving that light, your melatonin production would go up and you would start to fall asleep. So that's the circadian rhythm. So these hormones work together, one to wake you up, one to help you fall asleep, and they're signaled in your body due to a response from light. So what happens is when you're eyes are constantly taking in light at night, you're being signaled internally to wake up and stay awake. So when you're looking at your phone at night or your tablet at night or reading on a Kindle or something like that, you're taking in all that light and you're signaling your brain to wake up. And it makes it very, very hard to fall asleep because when basically you're being signaled to your cortisol to elevate, when it's taking in all of that, high frequency lighting, your melatonin is suppressed and it goes down. And even if you fall asleep, you have trouble like cycling through sleep. So you don't go through a full sleep cycle. You have trouble getting into REM sleep or deep sleep because of all that light intake right before you went unconscious. Um, so that's why you would think about wearing something like these glasses. So I'll show you. These are the True Dark daytime glasses that I got. So I'll just pop them on real quick. So these ones have the yellow lens. So the yellow lens is made to wear during the daytime. So if you work in an office and you're constantly in front of a computer or looking at a phone all the time or a tablet or whatever it is, the yellow lenses are made specifically to only block a certain portion of light because during the day you should take in some light. So this blocks like 70 to 75% of the blue light, which is shown to be the most damaging to your eyes if you look at it, too frequently. So it's almost like going outside and just staring at the sun. So you should take in some wavelengths and frequency of light, but you shouldn't constantly be taking in these high frequency, like strong amounts of light, which is what like blue light is. It's a very high frequency, very strong kind of light. So these block some of that. So especially if you're working in like lunchtime through the afternoon, you could pop these on to block some of the blue light, but it lets in all of the other normal light frequencies that you would, take in if you were to go outside and go for a walk or, just be inside with light coming through the windows. That still allows you to take in that frequency of light, but it blocks really high frequency light that causes damage to your eyes and eye strain. So these are the ones that could be worn during the day. They usually have like the yellow lenses. And then at nighttime, so once it gets dark out, so what they suggest is about an hour and a half to 2 hours before you're going to go to sleep. That's when you would put the nighttime glasses on. So these usually have amber colored lenses. So when you put these on, it actually makes it like really dark, like you feel like you're in like a cave. So this blocks pretty much all high frequency light. So the only light that it lets in is what kind of mimics like a candle light or a flame. So more incandescent, like lower frequency lighting. Um, so you're still able to see, but especially at night, it makes it like really pretty dark. So you're just able to see. So it blocks all blue light, green light, violet light. So this really blocks any type of light that would suppress the production of your sleep hormone, melatonin, and it just lets in a little bit of light so that you can see. And if you're looking at so what I do is if I'm going to look at my phone, in bed, I turn off all the lights and I look at my phone through the glasses, and it's going to be filtering all the blue light, green light, violet light. That would get into your eyes and start, signaling your body that it's time to wake up, so that you can look at a phone or read on a Kindle or use your computer without having the only light that's going to be getting into your eyes is going to be, light that's not going to keep you from falling asleep. And it's going to block all that other stuff that's going to keep you awake or cause you to, cycle more poorly through your sleep cycle so you could get a little bit more quality sleep in. So just to recap, basically, so these are the two that I've chosen. So this is the True Dark. These are the daytime glasses. They make nighttime glasses as well. And this is Ra Optics. These are their nighttime. They also make daytime. You could notice daytime is usually the yellow, nighttime is usually the amber. And that's one way to tell like a quality light blocking glasses. So if people look up these glasses, so True Dark and Ra Optics, they're a pretty good investment. Like the True Dark glasses were around $80. The Raw Optic glasses, like these ones, were actually about $150, $160. I only bought them because I was able to get some discounts from people. That's the only reason I bought two. But if you look on Amazon, for example, there's going to be much, much, much cheaper blue light blocking glasses. There's going to be 100 different ones to choose from. So what they've found is that those really they block some blue light, but it's really not a high percentage. So it's just really not a quality lens. So I have another pair of blue light blocking glasses that I got from Amazon, and they weren't half as expensive. But what they found, like those have clear lenses, and what they've shown is that the ones that I did have were probably blocking 10-20% of the light that the junk light that's kind of coming in. So for example, like these amber ones, at least on the tests that they've done, block 100% of all different light frequencies. Same thing with the daytime. These are blocking the right percentage of what should be going in. So if you do pick up a cheap pair, I mean, it's probably not a terrible idea. So it's going to block some of the blue light. So that's not bad. So if you want to start cheap and just at nighttime try to block out some of the blue light, that is going to help. If you really think this might be a concern for you, so if you're someone who already has headaches or you know energy swings or trouble falling asleep or trouble staying asleep, and you work in an office or you work on a computer, you might really want to just do a quick investment and just take care of them and have them forever and just buy them one time. But it might really be worth it, especially if you're someone who's deficient in fat soluble vitamins like A, D, and K. You may be lining yourself up for a lot of damage to your eyes and possibly vision loss in the future. So really good investment to make. I'm trying to take care of my eyes. So if I'm working during the day on my computer, I throw the daytime glasses on, and then if you go outside, you take them off and you get in your regular sunlight and everything else. Or if I'm cooking or just doing regular daily activities, I take them off and just walk around. I keep them next to my computer, so I pop them on when I'm gonna do emails or type things out, or take a call or a meeting on the computer. And then the nighttime ones, like I said, an hour and a half to 2 hours before I plan on sleeping, I just throw them on every night, and then I'm not worried about using my phone or my computer because I know all of that light is getting filtered out and it's not making it in. So it's a good thing to pick up. So one last time, that was True Dark and Raw Optics. But if you have any questions, just shoot me a message, comment, and I'll help you out. But thanks.